Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 and second down. You look at the Steeler defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the Giants send out their punter now. They'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Start the drive. Howard. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
It's certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Steelers at 9 and 2 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Howard. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, Howard. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. completions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught, and they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now Howard going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll be a big loss on the play there. An absolute disaster, really. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. Now whistles come in. Timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a
fan bases that happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Slot man moves right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. defensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Howard, operating from the gun. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Howard able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
25 yards there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already. first and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this taken in by Downs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing out big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's a real luxury in that the guy can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Now a second and 10. Back to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Second and 5. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. To throw is Howard. A final shot before break. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
As Shaheed going to go in motion.
Back to throw. Howard. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that's the way to start the 2nd half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Looking to throw. Howard. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 41.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down to about the 32.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. They're not if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Well, obviously you can take the field goal here and tie it, or you can be gutsy. What are you doing?
Oh, man, come on. Let's be gutsy. Let's go get it. Because to me, after this drive in this spot, a field goal feels like a disappointment. Go get it done, and let your team know you're with them.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Howard. That's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 60 yards. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 3. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6. Here's a give up the middle. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he will have a Giants 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
It gets this complete to Shaheed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Howard from the gun, he'll throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there to pick up the 25. What a throw down the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game. It's still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 22 now, here's second down and 1. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down. Looking to throw. Howard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Back to throw. Howard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown, Giants! A great play there. 29 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Howard over the middle and complete to Shaheed. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Howard from the gun on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
This game is certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been ripped up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Operating from the gun, Howard. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's 1st down. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the